Okay, last session we discussed about few important Bootstrap related plugins. So we learned about how to use pagination, right? Right. Okay, we discussed about how to use these options like poppers. How do we work with these poppers, right? So in Bootstrap, after understanding about poppers, one more general thing we need to know about how to design some controls like how do we create like progress bars. How do we design the controls like we have progress bar. So what is progress bar? How do we deal with the progress bars? Already, if you remembered, we learned about HTML progress element. So we have a HTML progress element. So the progress element has, you learned two new things, meter and progress element. Generally for that progress element, we can design a progress bar and show the status. If you remember, we learned about progress. One HTML element, another one we discussed about how to use general meter element, right? The progress element we can use Bootstrap also. Dynamically we can use Bootstrap also to store the status actually. For that, few important classes are there. Actually, progress bar is used to show the status of any task performed in page. Any task performed in page. So that is the time elapsed or the time remaining. Time elapsed means how much time finished and how much time remaining. All such things we do by using progress bar. For that CSS important options we are having. So one is we can use dot progress and dot progress bar. So that means these are the Bootstrap CSS classes for progress bar. We can define like this. So we can define the progress bar and we can configure the progress bar. Actually, the progress bar values also can be configured dynamically. Progress bar values also can be configured dynamically. But if you want to dynamically control a progress bar, better you can do with HTML. You can use this also, or you can dynamically also can handle it. can handle it. But for that, we need to add additionally extra width option also. Width option also. What we can do is actually for progress bar to design progress element, you can define in this way. So let's take a new file and progress.html, and here let's link in the head section, link relation style sheet. href is node modules, bootstrap this css, bootstrap.css. In the body section, I want to display the progress bar, so progress bars, and for that we can simply use divs. In a div we can apply the class progress, and we can add another div inside it which will have the class progress bar, progress and progress bar. Usually progress bar will have a role called progress bar, so initially that is the progress bar. Okay, now when you apply that progress bar, this is one progress bar, and when you apply the progress bar, you can see in the output it will get a simple progress bar like this. I will put here body class as container. Okay, and this is the progress bar. You can see it is an empty progress bar, nothing is there here. You can add width, height, value options also. See, suppose I want a progress bar. This is an empty progress bar. You can see light gray color, right? So I am adding another div, class as progress, and here I will put a div and the class as progress bar and role as progress bar. And if you want to define how much percent you want to show, actually the percentage for the progress bar is displayed by using style. We need to add a style, and width is 25%, 20%. Style width is equal to 20%. Then usually the progress bar will show 20% here. I will keep here a heading. So just this is another progress bar, progress 20%. So you can see it will display like this. It will display like this. If I want 100%, same. Only the point is I will copy that. I want to show 100% progress or 80% progress. Then here style, we have to set it to 80%. Then it will display to 80%. That's how we can display. Actually, these values you can adjust dynamically through JavaScript. Through JavaScript, we can dynamically adjust the values. We can even define width. That means you can define, suppose syntax, we have a div class as progress, and inside that we have a div class called progress bar, and the style. So here we are defining style. Width is some 50%. Role and all these are also defined. Just syntax I am giving, right? Here we are giving the role is equal to progress bar. Now width property you can define by using in a short way also. That means you can also use css with like like w hyphen n. So where n is equal to, so here we have, so percent number, percent, n is equal to percent. That means you can define like this. Suppose I am adding one more progress here. Here this is progress as 75% or 60%. 60%. Here in the style, instead of writing this style width, if I don't write style width, then usually it is empty. If I don't write style width, usually it is empty. Then I can define here like this. So we can put here a width class, right? Means we can add a width attribute here. How we can do is, in the progress bar already class is there. In the progress bar we can set w as suppose 60. I define w as 60 and I refresh here. W60 is not there because odd values are there, like 7 means percentages are there, 25, 70, 50, 25, 50, 75, 100 are there. If you are giving among them, we can give it W75. W75 is to give 75 width like this. We can use those width values also, but the width values are not present as you want. The values are not present as you want. They are present only with 25, with 50, with 75, with 100. So in that case, we can't provide the in-between values. You can define like this. You can define like this. If you want to provide the values, you can configure like this. So the width can be defined in this way also. So that means you can use CSS width n%. So n%, so which can be 0, 25, 50, 75 and 100. Like this we can use. That is an syntax like this. You can add like this. So W75, W25, you can add the options in this way. And important is when you are adding this, we can define here, suppose the progress bar, that is the progress bar. And here I am giving a value 75%. And you can see here that 75% value will come as a label. You can give a label also. So suppose, so downloaded 75% I am giving, it will show downloaded 75%. That means we can add labels into that, right? So that means you can put a label into this. So a simple point is here, another option is, so progress can have labels in the progress status, can have labels in the progress status. We can define in this way. It can have labels in the progress status. We can keep the labels in the progress status. Even you can define the height, you can define colors, right? So progress can be defined with the height and various colors. We can define with height and various colors. You can use the style height and we can define various colors. We can configure various colors. So that means colors using CSS colors. CSS colors means CSS background colors, BG colors, right? You know CSS BG colors, how to define. That means you can use here CSS colors and height option also. Suppose I want to adjust the height. So here I am adding style. Style height is equal to suppose 50 pixel. Height is 50 pixel. So its height will be increased. So to define the height, so we have to define both style height and width both in style attributes. That means once you have to define the height, we need to define the height and style, both attributes you need to configure. That means for progress we need to give here. Already here width is defined. So let's go to the progress. In the progress we have to add the style. Height is suppose 50 pixel is the 50 pixel. The progress height will be increased. Progress height will be increased. So to define the background colors, in progress bar you can change the background colors. So height can be defined. So and this is how we define the height. So in the progress, so we can define height like this. We can define the height like this. We can apply background colors also. How do we apply the background colors? For the background colors, we use the option for the progress bar. We are applying the class. What is it? For progress bar, we can add the class as BG success, and it will apply that here. BG danger, BG success, BG primary, all those effects we can add. That means we can define here the class as here BG success. We can add those colors and effects. So for progress, we can define the progress bar. Actually, a progress advantage is, so progress can display multiple bars in a single view. It can display multiple bars in single view. We can display multiple bars in single view. For progress, we can have that combination. That means here in a single view we can display with a different height and width combination. We can add them and display them. Right. So how we can configure that? Suppose here we are designing progress. Means multiple. How we can add multiple? So multiple also can be defined. We can keep a div and with a class called progress, and in that we are adding, so a div class is a progress bar, and for this progress bar we will use BG success. That is one option we are defining, and how much width you want for this. So style, so width is suppose 30%. 30 is the width, 30% is the width. So that is one option we need to configure. Okay, similarly, I am adding another progress bar. In the same progress, another progress bar. And this is BG, suppose danger, and the style width is suppose 40% here, and here we are displaying, you can see the multiple. Rest of 30% is normal. So normal. We can define so multiple progress also. We can define multiple progress. These type of options we can manage dynamically. Actually, these all are controlled dynamically. And important is we can even use some animation effects also for that. Actually, progress bar will have animation effects. For example, suppose there is 80% progress bar, 80% progress bar. Here in this progress bar, we can keep here another class called progress bar animated. So here it is 80% progress bar is animated, but that animations we have to control with jQuery. Actually, it have animated and it have stripped and animated. You can see stripped means stripes will come, but animated will work only once we give some jQuery effect. Once we give any jQuery effect, then only its animation will start. So progress bar stripped, and you see I am adding progress bar animated, both of them. Animated and stripped, you can see the progress line is moving. You can see it is having a moving. But we cannot stop or start or change it. For that, all you need jQuery. You have to add progress bar stripped and progress bar animated. You can see that the strips are moving, but the bar is not moving. For that, we need jQuery and JavaScript to handle it, right? So this is one way of displaying the progress. Mostly, so many times the question asked is where we generally use this. Actually, we use this type of progress options when we are showing password strength, when we are showing uploading, downloading status, how much time it is taking. And not only that, mostly we use this for Ajax also. Later in jQuery, you will learn about Ajax, and in Ajax, we use a lot of such options. By using those options, we can, means Ajax uses partial postback. That means only a portion of the page will be posted. Due to that, what happens is only when portion of page is posted, then we have to show the status within the page. For that, we use this progress very much, or instead of progress, we can also use, this is progress bar multiple. So multiple progress bars can be displayed like this. This is a syntax for multiple progress bars. We can add multiple progress bars in this way. That is the syntax for multiple progress bars. And progress bars can be animated. So progress bar can be animated. For animated progress bars, you can give like this. So stripped and animated. So you can give the effects like this. It is progress bar stripped and progress bar animated. With the stripped only, you can see that animated effect, but you cannot control it. That control we have to do by using JavaScript and jQuery. Now, many times, instead of progress bars, we have another technique. Instead of progress bars, we use Bootstrap. We use Bootstrap spinners. Many times we use Bootstrap spinners instead of using Bootstrap progress bars. And spinners are very simple to use and very simple to handle. Actually, spinners, so similar to progress bar only. So spinner is also used for showing status of any task performed in page. So we have classes like we have spinner. Spinner types are there. We have spinner border. We can use spinner border. So here we can use text effects, text and color name for various spinner colors. That is common. Text primary, text secondary, like that we can use that here. Another important is spinner can be defined with the spinner spinner grow. You can add spinner grow. Spinner grow. Spinner grow also can be used with colors combination we can define, right? So that is spinner related options. Generally we use these spinners for displaying status of any task performed, right? So if you want size different, then you can use spinner border SM for small, LG for large, right? So you can also use spinner grow SM and like LG for large. You can define different size for spinners. You can keep the spinners anywhere. You can keep inside a button, inside a div, inside any location, right? Let's see one simple example here, how we can manage that. Generally, if I want to show spinners, Bootstrap, okay, let's add here spinner.html and copy that head section, and in the body, so class as container, and heading spinners, and you can see I'm adding here a spinner. In a span, you can simply add a class called spinner. We have spinner border. Spinner border is used for one kind of spinner border. And when you use spinner border, you can see that the spinner border will be displayed like this. You can see this is spinner. It is showing the status. So spinners can be defined with colors. So this is spinner border. I'm adding another class. This is spinner border. SM also we can use small, and the text primary. And you can see its color will be changed here. So that means the spinner color will be changed here. So initially, first I will define this border. Okay. And I want to display here the effect. You can see this is spinner. So these are spinners. That means how we can define the spinner. You can put various colors, text primary, text success. We can add different spinners, different color spinners. So this is one type of spinner. So, and another is, if you want to display smaller size spinners, then we can add a spinner border and add spinner border SM. Then it will be a smaller size spinner. We can add such spinners here, right? That is one option. So this is a spinner bordered spinner. We have different other spinner, like another is we have a spinner grow style. That's simple, same. I will use a span, and in the span class we use spinner grow, right? Spinner grow. And in the spinner grow here, same text danger. Okay. And you can see the spinner grow will display like this. This is another type of spinner. It is a grow style spinner, right? You can add these spinners. You can add these spinners anywhere you want. Suppose I'm defining a spinner in a button, right? Suppose another say buttons, right? I'm adding here a button. And button class is equal to btn and btn primary. That is the button class. And button styles, inside the button I'm using a span. And class as a spinner grow, or say spinner bordered, and I am writing spinner border spinner spinner border, yeah, spinner border SM, small size spinner I am defining here. And let's close that. And another span, in the span I am saying loading, so just I am displaying this, and you can see it can display inside the button. So inside the button we can display the status like this. The grow style or the spinning style you can display inside the buttons. Anywhere, wherever you want the status we can display. So status can be displayed by using these options, So these are the basic important things you need to understand while working with the Bootstrap plugins, right? Next important here, while working with Bootstrap options, you need to know about some important layout related options. That means in Bootstrap, how we can keep floating style, flexing styles, overflow, positions, shadows, so sizing, these all options also comes under the Bootstrap. Alignments, right? So that means Bootstrap have some predefined utilities for so many effects. We call them as utilities. By using those utilities we can easily handle them. Later we will understand about some utilities, because with the JavaScript, while learning about them we will design it, their uses, how to handle them, we will see that. But few utilities you need to understand now, because with that we can handle various options. Already we used them, but some important utilities are there. That means Bootstrap. So these are example, I will give this example for spinner. I will copy that. These are all options. Now one more option is, so we have Bootstrap utilities. Bootstrap provides few utilities, so which are used to control the CSS effects. CSS effects like you can control border. CSS effects like you can control borders. You can control icons. You can control display. You can control flex. You can control embed. You can control float. You can control image replacement. So you can even control overflow. These are very long options, but already we know them. Just you need to know the class name. That's it. So we can even use the positions. We can put the shadows. We can put the shadows. We can put sizing. We can put spacing. We can put text options. Right? We can even put alignments. So visibility. All these we can control. All these we can control. Actually, for that we have to write a logic, but now we don't need to write the logics. We can easily control them. Many of them we know, some we have to know now. For example, so one simple example is, example is close button. How you can design a close button with close icon. How to design a close button with close icon. Generally close button with close icon, already we learned that. So if you remember, so we have to design a button. We have to design a button, and button will be used as type as button. And usually, so the button will have a class called close. Close is the class. That means close is the class, right? Close the class. So close is the class defined for it. And important is I define the class close and I refresh here. So you can see this is the button with close class. But the cross symbol is not available. Cross symbol is not available. Suppose, so we have defined simply here a cross like this. We have defined a cross like this. It will get that cross symbol like this. You can see right side a cross symbol will come. But actually we don't need that symbol directly to write. We have so many predefined options for displaying such effects, right? For displaying such effects. So for that we need to add some important predefined options which are regularly learnt in Bootstrap. Like you can define options like ARIA label. Here I am not using the cross symbol. I am writing here ARIA label. And here I am defining close. ARIA label is close. That means label and the label name. ARIA label is close. And important that close, still there is no button here. Suppose this is button. So that means we need to know various options which are related to this ARIA. So actually these are used for technically this ARIA label, ARIA options are known as screen readers. So by using these screen readers, actually we have to learn about those their options, how we can handle them. By using these screen readers and labels, we can apply some predefined effects and icons. So for that we need to understand how this ARIA is used in Bootstrap. That means the accessibility, how we can define the accessibility here. That means actually this ARIA is a concept which is used for defining roles and attributes for the components. It is used for accessibility. So by defining this accessibility, so we can display colors, we can display labels, we can display icons. So for that, some additional resources we need in Bootstrap, and till now we haven't used them, but actually it is recommended to use. In various Bootstrap related options. Right? Wherever you use this Bootstrap, actually these ARIA attributes are regularly present. I will give you an overview of what are these ARIA attributes and why to use these ARIA attributes. Because once you know about these attributes, then only we can avoid using of some manual symbols. We can use ready-made options, right? Actually, these are used to define a string that labels the current element. So we are using them to label them. What is the importance of label? We can control the visual text. Right? That is very important. So that labels requires some additional uh, attributes to understand. I will tell you about those attributes because you see the official here, any website using Bootstrap. Suppose we have get Bootstrap. This is the official website of Bootstrap. In this website, you see examples category. In the examples category, they will give you some examples. You see carousel. You see carousel is there. You can see a carousel example is there. Already we learned this, how to design such carousels. They given a ready-made example. I will right click on dust and view page source. You can see this is the source. And when you are using, you can observe carefully. In Bootstrap, everywhere they use the attributes, ARIA attributes. So ARIA expanded, right? ARIA label, right? What is this ARIA and why to use these ARIA options? Because generally in Bootstrap, we use them for labeling. And if you can do that, lot of string representations can be controlled. And other borders shading we can easily apply by using some other attributes also. Those all attributes I will tell you tomorrow, right? So tomorrow we will finish Bootstrap. So already we done. Few more attributes are there. According to the rules, we have to learn those attributes. Then tomorrow we are finishing up our Bootstrap. And now we are moving to JavaScript. Mostly these will finish in the first half an hour only. Then tomorrow itself we will start working with JavaScript also. That means we will understand what is JavaScript and how it works. Then we can continue with JavaScript programming. Now we can utilize all this in JavaScript, right? So we will start working with JavaScript mostly by tomorrow after understanding this, because this already, you know, just only class names you need to know. For alignment, what classes, for spacing, what classes, I will give a list of them. That's enough to understand. So tomorrow we are going to finish the Bootstrap concept. Okay, thank you.